Hi, Blue Burritos! Good evening! Welcome! I know it's kind of late, but I'm excited to be hanging out with you and making something beautiful. Y'all, we only have 2 more days to sign up for design school. So the time is now to get in, It's KhalilsDesignSchool.com. We'd love to have you in our floral design class. And just to show you some extra special love right now, I'm going to make something beautiful. We're going to play with some fun Halloween stuff. I need to do a Halloween swag for the shop because someone is asking for one, so I thought we would do it. I'm going to pull up your comments, say hello. I'm not normally ever live this late, but we have been shipping all day, so I wanted to make sure we got back live with you. Let me get the video up. Okay, we generally send text when we're live, but when it's late in the evening, of course, we don't text you. Hi, Doris. Good to see you. Of course, if you're on the West Coast, it's not late, is it? So we're going to do kind of a simple, fun swag tonight that I think will be easy. Hi, Sue. Hi, Janelle. Great to see you guys. I'm going to start shaping this all up. In design school, we call that shaking hands. I'm going to take each piece and actually manipulate it. It's not the fun part of designing, but you got to do it. You totally got to do it. Hi, Dora. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Susan. Hi, Vicki. Good to see you tonight. This is a 30-inch black swag. And you guys, this late at night, we won't have any help here on the live. It'll be just us. So I'll call out some of the item numbers, but we'll text you out a supply list tomorrow sometime if you're on the text list. But this item number is 82297. This is the black color, 82297. Hi, Kathy. Hey, Brenda. I'm so glad you're here, Lily. We're going to have some fun. I have, some of the Halloween stuff has just been getting here, and I just can't wait to play with all of it, including these really cool rhinestone pumpkins. So that is going to be our inspiration for this one. You too, Vicki. Christina, I know I'm up late. But I wanted to get this one made. I tell you what, I was so motivated after getting everything in, knowing we need more inventory for the store. It was like, okay, we got to make some more today too. We do. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Nancy. Hey, Sandra. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Teresa. Okay, I'm doing good. You see I'm shaping it out? I still got a hole here. We're working through that right now. Keep going. Doesn't take too long. If you have to do this and you're going to do several, especially if you just started working with the pine type stuff when you get into Christmas, you might want to wear gloves. Sometimes it tears up my hands at the beginning of the season, but I've been working with it a lot this year already, so we're getting to where we use these all year long. So this one's not tearing me up too bad. Thank you so much, Vicki. You love the booth setup at the painter's. Thanks, Cindy. Me too. It's still a work in progress. Hopefully soon. We're getting a little bit better with orders. I mean, we're still running behind. We have some new people coming in and helping. We had a crew this weekend. So hopefully I'm going to get a little bit of my life back. And if I do get to go antiquing, I love to get stuff for my booth. I'm going to take you guys along with us. Hi, Carlin. Christine and Karen. Christina, you get motivated to make a wreath again? Well, when the time is right, I'm sure you will. Whatever you're going through, I hope that it passes so you can enjoy this wonderful creative hobby that we do. We all do. Okay, I'm going to put it up here. We got that part done. Ooh, something's biting me. Something's biting me. We can even put it up higher. Let me see how that is in the camera. We can put it up higher on the wreath board. All right. Come on, baby. There we go. I got it in. Now, hey, Georgie, what up with you? Y'all, I didn't even cheers you. I think a mosquito just bit me on the back of my leg, little booger. Cheers. Cheers with Dr. Pepper. Tell me what your cheers in with. Joanne, you needed the pumpkin supply list. If you just search supply list, it'll come up. It's ready now. If you're on the text list, we texted it out yesterday. You watched one of the classes today and now you have an idea for a Christmas swag and you're so excited? Yes. Yes, this is what it's all about. That is what design school's about. That if I'm not live on here and I'm not live in class, you could go to the portal and just go watch something that will inspire you anytime. And it's teaching you how to do it. I love that. Did get my trick or treat. Cindy, yes. Yes, I've got it set up to do a video with it. So I've got it there. Yes, it's very cute. Thank you. DP for you. Hi, Cheryl. Elena's here. Could you attach 2 pieces of garland? You could. You could. You just won't get the tapered effect. You'll have to kind of build that out. And this has a little bit stronger wire in the middle, but if you wanted to use a garland, you just need to beef it up through the middle and kind of weave it all around. Cindy's having wine, Gay's having peach wine. What? That's fancy. That is so fancy. All right. I'm going to start off. I know these pumpkins are going to kind of be in the middle for me, and then we're going to put a bow on there. So let's start off first. I know because they're going to be in there. But I'm going to knock out some of my back fillers first. Let me give you I'm going to give you the item numbers as we go along so you'll know. Your mom, you're there for Little Big Town. How lovely. What a fun trip. What a fun trip. That was Chris. That's awesome. Hey, Marcy. Aw, Cindy, you're welcome. Okay, these double-sided sprays, y'all, are item number 56534. This is the orange black one. We're going to put those in first. Hey, Kim. You're having allergy medicine. Girl, I get it. I get it. Now I broke out in fever blisters, so, you know, it's getting me. Whatever it is, it's getting me. Hi, Melinda. It's not getting a break is what it is. Okay, I've straightened those out, and we're going to put these at the top. I'm going to bring it down for a second. We're going to work on the top first. But I think this could be really cute. I'm really loving the bright orange and black. I'm really loving it. So let me get this one in first. Y'all, and my glue pot just tried to kill me. It just tried to gas me out a minute ago. I was like, what is happening? What is happening here? If you could start smelling glue, you know something's wrong. You know it. Okay, first one in. Now I'm going to put one a little bit lower. I love that these have black stems, so they're just hiding right into our base here. You don't even see it. And I'm just using the wire of the pine to wire it in. Okay? And I'll grab it a few places so that if somebody picks it up by one of these curls, and they will, it won't come out. Fun time. Yeah, Anita. Fun time for sure. It's always a fun time when you guys are hanging out with me. I'm having fun. Okay, let's shape these. I like to open these a little because you want to see those polka dots inside. Is that what makes these super cute? I'm going to use 2 up and 2 down. So let me stretch them out a little bit. I'm kind of shaking hands with them. Hey, Sheila. Let me open. Let me see how cute. I love that. All right, bring it back up. Come on back up. You guys, if you're building your own, you don't need to move it around. I'm moving this for the camera. Okay, you just leave it alone. Unless it's more convenient for you working. If you get the wreath stand from us, it has the places where you can adjust the pegs and then you can glue the peg in wherever you want it. So you have the options to work high or low, whatever works for you. Okay, I'm going to put this one in kind of right here about midway, and we'll wire it. And I'm not even cutting these. I'm just twisting to hold them. Let's put that. I love these. Are so cute. All right, twist this one. Twist this one. So kind of like those of you who make mesh wreaths, you use that tie over and over. We're going to do the same thing on here. We are going to be using it multiple times. All right, if you guys have questions, y'all are so quiet tonight. Y'all are just chilling. Y'all are chilling in your jammies, I bet. I'm going to go lower with this one and bring it up right beside it. a little bit lower, so they're not matchy-matchy. This one kind of comes down the middle. And you can use these, this works really good for length as well. Like you want to come down more on the piece. I love that. Okay, so it's not really symmetrical. Misty, you need to go downstairs work on a skull swag. Oh gosh, you got to get it done, huh? Customers waiting, Misty? That sounds fun. Oh, this Halloween was always so fun for me. Look at the ribbons I picked out to go in this one. Isn't that going to be pretty? It's going to be so pretty. This is going to be really kind of easy, but fancy. Because I'm easy. Easy like Sunday morning. Let me find the lollipops. Okay, we're going to put in some lollipops to make it kind of candy fun. This is 56574 SP16. And this is a lollipop pick. You guys' stuff is at Khalees.com. Okay? So if you're wondering where it is, that's where it is. I love them too. I love them too. All right, let me hold my pumpkins back up. If we're gonna have pumpkins, we're gonna have a bow. We're thinking something, you know, I want them a little off center. Something like this, a little bow action over here. I'm not sure yet. So I'm trying to see where I want these lollipops. Okay, right into here. I think right into there. Hi, Connie. Thank you, Elena. Elena. I want to send you something special. That's Elena Lovelace. Elena, email info@Khalees.com. We got something special for you.
Oh.
Margaret, this is a black 30-inch pine swag. Item number 82297 BK. Yes, honey. Did you try to scare me, honey bunny? Honey bunny, I cannot be scared. I work with scary crafts for a living. You cannot scare me.
There you go. A little bit of theming for you.
Sorry, guys. I'm coming over to the side here for a second. I'm covering it up.
A little bit of theming for you.
Theming? Oh, thank you, dear. That's nice and creepy. I like it. I like the creep factor you just added.
Plug in.
Muy bien, Richardo.
Add some creepiness to it.
Okay, that looks really good right there.
Witches and goblins are working all night.
Oh, Sue, don't let it expire. Make sure you keep an eye on it just in case it has an expiry date. If you guys ever win a coupon or something from us, make sure you watch the date. Get a gift card. I don't want to hear you fussing, but we can only let them hang out there so long. Right, Manta? It is fun. This is so much fun. All right, I'm going to go opposite and kind of come down this way. Coming into this part of the swag. I'm kind of staggering these a little bit. I'm going to actually have to trim these as they're a little bit too long. Let me get the cutters. Let me get the cutters. Y'all, if y'all didn't see this pumpkin video, we did that on Saturday. It was a lot of fun. Sylvia, I'm glad you're here. I hope you're getting inspired to make something beautiful. I'm going to try to turn back on the glue pot, y'all. See how it... I turned it off because it just was loco. Alright. See what happens. See what happens. Okay. These are going in at an angle into here. So I've got a little glue going on, but I'm really wiring them. With all the tines that are built in here. Just use them. And I want a little separation on these lollipops. Alright. Now it's pumpkin time. It's pumpkin time. Janelle, did you like the pumpkin? So the bloom box I showed today is already sold out. You can't get that one. So you'll be getting the next collection. So that's why I encourage you to sign up ahead of time, because a lot of people see those boxes and then they want them, but when I show them on the video, they're sold out. So, sorry. Oh, Linda, thank you. I love him too. My mom was fussing at me because I told her I was going to keep him. She's like, "Oh Lord, oh Lord, you got to keep everything." I'm like, Yeah, I gotta keep a lot. I like it, Mom. When I get tired of it, we can sell it, right? We gotta make our places pretty. Hi, Ramona. Great to see you. Good evening. I totally loved your picture you sent. We used it. I love, love, love it. Thank you for doing that for me. I loved your smile in there. Y'all, I asked for some of the design school students if they'd pose with one of their wreaths so we could use it for marketing, and Ramona did. It's so nice. Okay, I'm going to stand a little bit in front of the project for a second to kind of... Can you see it? Oh, you can see it. I'm going to use floral pans. I'm going to use the pine, but I got to put several pieces in to hold this really good. I love this beautiful orange against the black. It's just so pretty. So the nice thing is when you work with foam pumpkins, you have the ability to kind of control where they're going to go and how they're going to lay, just with pins and wires, and get them in there. All right, so got my first 2 pins in. I like that so far. Kind of this guy going to the side. Thanks, Tony. Linda the skeleton. No, he's not for sale. He's mine. He's mine. I taught my class how to make him, though. Maybe one of my lovely students will make one for you. Hi, honey. What are you doing?
I don't know yet.
Honey Bunny worked so hard today, though. We both did. It was an epic day of accomplishment, wasn't it?
We got a lot of orders out.
We did get a lot of orders out.
And we're going to keep knocking
And we got
it
a
down.
lot ready for tomorrow.
Yeah.
And our help's coming tomorrow. Hold on, my glue dried before I could get in there. So, the exciting thing is as we get our help more trained, we will have the ability to knock them out faster.
Yes, we're going to.
That's the goal.
We'll hopefully start catching up with y'all.
I know. So you don't have to be waiting on us anymore.
I don't know.
I might have to just I think I'm going to put a wire in here. For some reason, this felt on the back of this one.
Why don't you put it in first and then...
I'm gonna put a wire.
Oh, okay. Or take an awl and put it in and then you can put it in.
I could do that too. I could put the owl.
I know, I'm terrible. I'm giving you advice.
You can. That's a good tip. I'm not.
Take an awl and figure out where your 2 holes are.
Honey Bunny wants me to use an awl, and I can do that.
And then it will...
It shouldn't be so complicated, but we can do that.
And then when you put it in...
Aww, thank you, Ramona. Me too. I love our community. So thank you for your support. Always. Always. I appreciate it. I love hanging out with you guys and creating. It's so much fun. Alright, let's put this one in. Get it in there nice and tight. Tomorrow morning, everyone's going to wake up and be like, we missed your live. Wow. They'll be all kind of, why'd you go to live so late? Christina, you think Honey Bunny needs to make a wreath? Well, you know what? Over the years, he's helped me make many. He used to help me prepare for shows. He would cut, he would make bases. So yeah, Honey Bunny's been a big part of our business. You may not realize, but I could not do all this without him. He's a big part of the computer part. He's a big part of lots of different things around here. And he does it all without saying a word. He's really a great guy. Okay, I got that one. I'm going to try to get these up a little bit higher. Right now they're secured in, but I want them a little bit higher, and I'm going to wire them further back. Get them more stable. Coming down here. Yes, you, mister. I might have to use that. I got that one. I'm determined. Now I'm going to be able to hold that up. So it might take you a few pins to get it where you want it, but yes. Yes. Isn't that looking cute already? We haven't even done much. It's looking cute. Sheila, you were rearranging your craft room. And you're getting more hooked on the florals, right? It's like you catch the vibe, huh? I got it. Well, Evelyn loves like lives. Aww. Thank you, Evelyn. I'm so glad you love that. I really, really enjoy teaching our design school students every week. It's just such a pleasure. And I love teaching the technique and the design. And then I love seeing what you guys do. And the best thing is when you tell me you sell it. So I can't wait on Tuesday in our class for me to talk to you guys about what's sold at the shop. You will just die. It's so funny. Thanks, Tony. Hey, Vanessa. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Let me zoom in on this, right on the center there. That's looking so pretty. Okay. So I'm going to keep working with these so I feel like they're stable. Because the last thing you want is, like if you sell your pieces, you don't want your customer to have their piece flopping around unless it's supposed to be moving. So for me, these pumpkins need to be stable. They're pretty good. I'm going to put one more on the back of this side. Oh, thanks. Thank you. I'm so glad. Yeah, it's a little hard to fake this at right at almost 10 o'clock at night. You either love it or you don't. You do or you don't. My glue wasn't acting up tonight. It wouldn't be such a problem. I guess it's time for a new glue pot. I've been saying that for 2 months. Gina, you can't wait till Tuesday's class? Yay! Yay! I'm excited. Yeah, on Tuesday, that's the last day new students can join also our class. And I'm going to be doing a little series on some simple designs for beginners. That way, anybody who's brand new can really get some help with new designs. And then the nice thing is, with the older students is a lot of times they need simple designs to fill up their Etsy shots to get ready for their craft shows. So it's kind of a win-win. So I'm excited about that. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. So I punched my holes back here, and now I've got to figure out where I punched them. There we go. Got it. Okay, so I put maybe like 3 pins in each one, and I feel like that's nice and stable. Okay, I'm going to need to tie a bow. I'm not sure exactly how we're going to do it, but let's put some tails in, or we could do 2 funky bows. That would be fun. Let's do that. Let's do that real quick. Let me see if I can get the camera down a little bit. I'm going to tie a bow right here. Y'all, I tie bows on Wednesdays for instructional, so you can always catch a Wednesday bow video. Let me grab a black one. I got an idea for this little pumpkin swag. I got an idea. All right. We're going to do 2 funky bows. I really want to use this 4-inch ribbon right here because it's got the Harlequin. Gina, that is freaking me out. I'm not ready for October at all. Linda, what time on Wednesdays? Bow Wednesdays? It's 7 o'clock Central Time. Every Wednesday. Okay, hopefully you can kind of see me over here making the bow. But I'm making a couple of bows real quick, so give me a second to do that. Hey, Sylvia, good evening. Sylvia, you up late making? How's the house coming from the hurricane? Are we all getting back to normal some, or is it still a work in progress? Okay. I'm just over here tying to the side real quick. I'm going to do 2 funky bows. I'm going to put that 4-inch Harlequin in the back. How's the steak coming, honey bunny?
Waiting on you.
Marinating it?
Done.
WK, huh? Richard tells me WK, and that means waiting on Khalid. That's what that means. And for Kaya, too. Dora, I do need to get the new one now. I do. Honey Buddy ordered me one on Amazon, but he ordered this little guy. He didn't realize it was so little. That glue pot.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a baby one, which is cute, but I'm like, well, this is cute for a rookie. I need a bigger one. Okay, let me cut this one. I'm making bows over here in the corner. Bows in the corner. Right? Oh my gosh, the wedding is coming? Misty, we haven't had dinner yet. Misty, we just got home from the warehouse about an hour ago. It's a little bit cray-cray. Our lifestyle's a little cray-cray. We're living like no one else now, so later we can live like no one else. I've been saying this for a year and a half now. Gina, you're not ready either. Well, good. That makes two of us. Totally makes two of us. I get it. All right. Cutting. I'm dovetailing. Didi, you have that baby glue pot? Well, that worked. I mean, it works. I like to put big, gigantic things in my glue pot. So it would irritate me if I couldn't easily put things in there. You know, I'm just a creature of habit. I like it big. I just like it that way. I don't know. Too many years doing it that way. I'm not changing now. This bow is gonna be so cute. This is a great idea. I'm excited about this. All right. So far, it's a 1-2 recipe. Those of you who are blue merinos and bohos, you know what we're talking about. Okay, I'm going to open up this one. This ribbon here is 58002-0901. This one is X33204. This one is X970540. Those are our 3 ribbons I'm using in here. Y'all, all the supplies are on Kalees.com. Our design school class is KaleesDesignSchool.com. And we're on the countdown for sign up. You weren't ready for summer, and now summer's over, right? That's so much. It goes quick, doesn't it? We're gonna have to make 2 bows, but let's make sure I like this one first. Hi, honey buddy, you just keep coming in, coming out.
Alright.
You just coming in my zone. Coming in the blue.
Fire.
I'm officially loco tonight. I have crossed the line.
I've been fighting those fire things.
You've been fighting fire ants? Y'all, the fire ants have moved
buggers
into the backyard. And one of them bit me on my little pinky toe. My little pinky toe was like revolting. It made a little blister and a pus pocket in there. That's a little TMI, but it was not fun.
It is.
Missy, how do you purchase the ribbon? It's on Kalees.com. I've got a sign here somewhere. KELEAS.com. If you are on our text list at Text Kalees, we'll send you out a link with all the supplies we used on this project tomorrow. So you won't have to search for anything. Bless you, honey bunny. Look how cute. Isn't it cute? It's cute. You do too, Elena, the fire ants? Yeah. No good. No good. They hurt. Fire ants are no good. Okay, what am I going to put in the middle? I'm going to put, this is such a cute bow. I'm going to cut a piece of Harlequin down since we need to have 2 bows anyway. I really want to run that down the middle. That'll be pretty. Hi, good evening to you too, Linda. Linda, I did get my Happy Meal. I haven't opened it yet. So, I was going to open all the Happy Mail at one time and show all the goodies. Aw, thanks, Susan. All right, I'm going to fold this over the center. Y'all, once again, Wednesdays, You can watch me make bows to your heart's content. I've been doing it 3 years, lots of videos. On Bow Wednesday, lots of videos. I like that in the center, the black and white. Okay, so we got 2 bows. We're gonna have a low bow and a high bow. Low bow, high bow, high bow. I'm gonna fluff it out. Let's decide if we want it to be the low bow. Oh, it's so cute already. Here's the high bow. Do you want to be the high bow or the low bow? How cute. What if we just do a high bow and then we do some tails coming out over here and it will look like the bow like flows under the pumpkins? What do you think? Can I get some thumbs up or some hearts? I tell you what, give me hearts if you like that idea. Give me thumbs up if you want me to do 2 bows. Let's see what you think. Well, I get a drink of Dr. Pepper. Linda, absolutely. I figured there's a surprise in there, Linda. Considering I thought I only ordered earrings. It's a large box. Thanks, Susan. Okay. Oh, I think we're going to do the tails. Okay. All right, let's try that idea. If I don't like it, we can always just take and redo it. No big deal. Let's come up here and kind of tuck this in this area. Let me zip tie it on first. Let me trim that tail off. And then I'm going to maneuver it however I want it to be, lower or higher. Bring it down a little bit right here. Ooh, that's cute. Oh, this is real cute, y'all. Okay, so now we're going to boot a little tail section here. Maybe we'll do like a little loop-de-loo or something. Here we go, loop-de-loo. Here we go, loop-de-loo. Let's get our 4-incher out. Tony, yeah. Carlin, yeah. I think so. High bows and tails. I'm making up new songs for y'all. Let's layer a couple of the ribbons because I think they'll be pretty. Let's layer this with the stripe on top. And let's do kind of like a little roller coaster flying in there. Do we want to do all 3? Let's see how all 3 looks. Let's give it a go with 3. Okay. I'm going to have them, I'll dovetail them when we get done in a second, but I'm going to make my own little cluster here, just kind of by pleating that. And I'm going to tie it with a cable tie. Linda, man, I just switched on, Linda. Very, very switched on. I'm super loopy because I'm tired tonight. So, yeah, Linda, I'm brilliant. Gayla, where did I get my Halloween shirt? This is from Amazon. Amazon. They had some really cute Halloween shirts. Really reasonable since I need so many different shirts for videos. Because you guys can't tell the video apart if I'm wearing the same thing. So we try to do it. Cece, we do have the black swag. It's available on Cleese.com. It's item number 82297. 82297. Okay. So I want this to give the appearance that it's coming from that bow. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to put that way up high in there. I'm going to put a little glue in it. We'll tuck it way back there. Oh, Karen, if you get on our text list, we texted out the whole supply list for this. And we'll do the same thing with this project tomorrow. And then you won't have to find anything. You can just click and buy. Oh, I love it too. I love it too. It's actually been pretty easy. So far, so good. All right, glue going in. Be real careful when you're going in a tight area with hot glue. It's a great way to burn the tar out of yourself. All right, I'm making sure I'm grabbing it with plenty of the pine. All right, and I really want this to kind of lay all together and have a little bump right here. So I'm going to gather it one more time. And I'll grab that with the cable tie, and then I will also take and tie that into the wreath. So when I'm in design school teaching, teach similar to what you're seeing here, but what I would also be doing is talking about the principles that we're using when we're creating this design and how we can replicate it with different materials and different transition points. So I love teaching so you can come back and do it again. You don't have to make the exact thing you're seeing here, but you can learn the techniques to be able to do it over and over. Dovetailing hurts my brain every time I have to cut those. It hurts my brain, yes it does. So I want to layer these, I want to stagger them, but I want them all to be dovetails so they lay out pretty. I like that. Don't cut your finger. I did something wrong on that one. Let me try again. There we go. Alright, let me take a look at what we got so far. I love that. Let me pull this down just a little bit lower. I'm up a little high there for that roller coaster. Of course, I tied it in really good. I just need to come down just a hair. Let's come there. Yes, that's better. Much better. I love how it brings our eye from that side to this side. Now, I've got a little harlequin to pop in to pop a little bit more out. Oh, it's looking beautiful, isn't it? Now, this item, I think I got the last two. So it's going to be sold out. But we're going to pop this in, coming out right up here near the pumpkin to make it nice and whimsical. A little bit more in the foreground. There you go, buddy. Get on in there. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Roller Coaster. I'm going to spread those out a little. And one more at the top. Me too. I'm loving it too. I can't wait to see what you guys make next week. Starting off your week strong. I hope you are feeling creative. Now over here I've got the bow to work with too, but I'm just going to kind of tuck in right next to the bow so it kind of comes outside those pumpkins. Also, let me move back up to the top here. Yay! Amata, me too. Me too. I like the lines on this one. A little bit different. So we could go up above the bow, or we can go right in here. I think this is my, we'll go right beside it. And then we will take and, let me wire it in. And we can fluff and work that bow around it. So in class, I'll talk about breaking the plane, how I like things to not look like they're on the top, but they're worked in amongst everything else. And that's exactly what we're doing here. I don't want this to look like it's just, oh yeah, just stuck in there. I want this to be in the front plane of the wreath, where the ribbon is in the back plane right now, or kind of the middle plane, and those are in the back of the plane. And you can manipulate them any way you want. But how cute is that? How cute! Oh my gosh, it turned out so super cute, y'all. I totally love it. It's totally worth spending some time with y'all tonight doing this. This is a super fun project. Really just easy putting components together and knocking it out. You know what? If I had a third one of these, I probably would shoot it kind of coming out here, but I only had two left. So we're going to go with this a little bit, just kind of popping in the front. I really like that. Hey guys, it's Colleen here, and man, you might think garlands are just for Christmas, but guess what? They're not. Our colored garlands will let you use them for any season. You're going to see how easy they are to create a base for your very own swag. We're going to make so So fast and easy, and I hope you enjoy it. So come on in, let's get started. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share wherever you're watching, because it really helps us grow, and we can make more videos like this for you. And this is going to be a little cute little witch swag, and I'm going to show you how to make this really fast and easy. It's one of the things I love to do, just break it down simple, but make it so cute and unique. We started off with the cute little witch's boots, which you just love these guys because they're like kicking up their heels. Isn't that precious? And we've got a matching hat. Of course, she needs a hat and all kind of fun balls. You're also going to need a spray, of course, that has a lot of motion and activity. And I like this one. It's got all the great colors of Halloween. We'll be using the black garland like I talked about. Y'all know all these supplies are available on Cleese.com. And if you need the kit, just let us know in the comments. And we will get you the link to the kit, too, so you see everything that's involved in this. Then you're going to pick one ribbon. I picked the orange Happy Halloween. I just think it's precious. It's got a lot of cute little glitter and webs, and I like that check on the side. Isn't that fun? It's really cute. That's going to be our ribbon. Let's get our base started off, and then we'll tie our bow in just a minute. This is about a 2-foot section of the garland, and all I did was take and cut it. So you can see right here I cut it with some wire cutters. You guys can do the same type of thing for Christmas or fall. We're going to use this as our base. And so, as I would say in design school, our design school opens up twice a year. So you can get on the wait list there where I teach you the principles of floral design and help you become a better designer. So you can not just follow tutorials, but you can learn and start to do your own designing. You can find out more information about that at CleeseDesignSchool.com and get on the wait list. But I always tell my students we need to shake hands. And so that's what we're doing right now. We're like shaking hands with each spray. On here, each of these pine tines, as they call them, and we want to make sure they are flat and spread out. So it creates this great little base for our swag, okay? Once I do that, the next thing I want to do is make my hanger. And the easiest way to do that is just flip this over. Take 2 of these pine tines that won't mess up your design too much, like these 2 would work great. And make a little ring, okay? Make it kind of towards the top, but not at the very top, because we don't want it to show. And you see here, I've made a little ring, and that'll be my hanger. This is not going to weigh anything, but we need just a little built-in hanger, and we're good to go. Now let's turn that around. So that's my top where the hanger is. This will be my bottom right here. You're going to find out how easy these are to work with. This is awesome. Grab your leggies. They're going in next. The only tools you're really going to need is you'll need some wire cutters. We might need to cut a few things. Or some scissors for our ribbon, of course. So I like for the boots to be kind of kicking up. And just be a little bit shorter than the end of the garland. I want the garland to be almost the longest thing. So I'm going to lay that here and just leave the support wire on. I don't need to change that at all. Okay, I'm just setting it there. All right, next step, get our hat. Bring our hat over, and I'm going to fluff all this out. So shake hands once again and spread the sections of the hat out. It's got 3 little sections. Just have to be careful because you don't want to pull those balls off. So kind of wiggle it. We don't want to lose any of those balls. Those are adding all that dimension. But you can see I've separated them out, spread them apart, and I'm going to run them down. They're overlapping. So there's our hat, and you can bend it like that. And there's her legs. Now she won't have a face. We'll have that bow that we talked about right here in the middle. And I've just got them overlapping. Now I'm ready to go ahead. As soon as I think I'm happy with the spacing, then I will take and do 1 crisscross here in the middle. Okay? I'm going to add our balls next, and after the balls are in, that's kind of our color and our pizzazz. After those are in, we'll trim these stems, or we'll hide those stems. They're all black, so they're camouflaged in there. Now here's our balls, and I'm going to add this a little bit lower than the legs, okay, because I want that to pop out just right at the bottom of the swag right there. And I'm going to take 1 and bend it up, because I want 1 to come up here and be the party at the top, and these will be opposite. Okay, now I need to secure that one, so I just crisscross. You don't even have to use cable ties on this, it's so easy. All right, how about come down to the bottom, and let's do 1 more crisscross down here to support this one. Beautiful. And we're going to have a bow, so don't worry about anything through here. Let's come to the top, and I am going to trim these a little at the top that are, that one was coming off the legs. And then I'm going to trim the other one coming off the balls. I have to leave the other. I don't want to cut off any of these fun little wispy parts at the top. I want to leave those. So we'll just bring that off. And I'm going to take and crisscross these. And once again, I'm crisscrossing just to hold the wires so I don't have to use any more support pieces. This is how you're going to make these, like, you're going to go to town on these. These are great for craft shows, guys. Simple things like this, you don't have to charge as much for because they aren't going to take you long to make. And they're super cute because you're starting off with premium products that you can get from us at Cleese.com, and you don't have to add as much. Okay, that part's done. Now let's add the magic of a bow. And you could put any kind of bow you want, but you know we're going to put in the Happy Halloween one. So I'm going to pull this to the side for a second. Come here, buddy. Our witch is soaring off to the side. I'm going to grab my scissors. You're going to need some cable ties. Oh, we got to wipe up just real quick. We got a glitter fest. Now, grab your Easy Bow Maker. And we're going to make a really simple bow. Okay? You can decide your length by taking your swag. Yep, excuse me. Bringing another ribbon with me. Here's my swag. I want to decide how long I want my tails to be. Just take your ribbon right up to it. This is where the bow is going to sit. And if I want it to be a little bit longer, I'm just going to measure from the center of where the bow is down to the bottom of the swag. And that'll be my length. So I'm going to make it just a little bit longer at 20 inches. Each project's going to vary depending on what size of legs you're using. And but for this project, the 20 works for perfect. So I just twist that. Oops, excuse me, ribbon. Don't come off my roll. All right. Now I'm going to go at 6 inches because this isn't a really big witch. I'm going to twist and twist. When you get back to the center, hold it in the middle. You guys know I do Bow Wednesdays every Wednesday on our Facebook page where you can interact live with us. So no matter where you're watching this right now, if you want to come out live, ask questions, get help on your bow making, that's the place to be, okay? All right, 6 inches. We're going to do 3 loops, okay? 3 beautiful loops. Isn't that pretty? Come over here, 6 inches, and then I scrunch it when I get back to the front. And I'm going to cut these at the same angle on each side. Down and down. Beautiful. Now I'd like to add just one more little set of tails and loops. So I'll make this one just a little bit shorter, probably like a 16-inch tail. And I'll cut that at that same angle. I like the angles to match on each side of your bow. These were at 6. I'm going to come down to 5 now. 5 inches, twist. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. 5 inches over here. And twist. We're just doing 2 loops. This is it. So this recipe for this bow, if you're a real blue merino and you know what we're talking about, this is a 3-2 recipe. 3-2. Starting at 6 and then at 5. Scrunch that last loop and bring those down. Okay, our bow is done. We're going to pull it off the bow maker. So I'll just put a cable tie right underneath. Put a finger on top and gently pull that up. Get some pressure, but don't have it too tight. I'm going to rotate that to the back, and we're just going to fluff this right up. Spread these out. How cute is this? I love Simple Saturday projects, guys. I think they just give you quick wins. So you cannot feel intimidated, especially if you're new. Or if you feel like you need to fill up your Etsy shop. You guys know I teach Etsy over at Makers University. These projects are fun and easy, and you can get that shop filled up right away with stuff that's different. Not like your everyday wreath. It's a little bit different and more fun. Okay, there's our bow. And if you want to add a piece to the center, you can. I'm just going to camouflage mine with a little bit of the tinsel when we put it in the swag. So let's grab it back. Oh my gosh, isn't this so super cute? This little guy is sweet as can be. She's turned out even better than I expected. I'm going to pop her right in the middle, and we're going to use that cable tie. Oh my gosh, she's so precious. She is really so precious. I'm going to get this tight, and I'm going through the hole in the cable tie. I'm trying to. Get in there. Yeah, yeah, get in there. No wobbling, baby. You got to get in there. Okay, got it. Trimming that off. Now I want to grab, remember I talked about grab a little of that tinsel and just come right through the center of the bow. And you can just camouflage your cable tie. Perfect. Now I would do a little work on my tails before I would call it done. I'll take my longer tail and we'll run it right down the back. I think that looks pretty in the dimension. That's something I teach in design school a lot is we've got to have dimension. We've got to break the plane of the other elements in our piece. It's real important to do that. I take this and give it a curl. Look at there. This is pretty. I mean, I know the witch she'd be cackling. Isn't she precious? She's so precious, and we made the cutest little swag. She's about 24 inches long, and she's just full of goodness. Guys, this is a great project. I can't wait for you to try your own. Don't forget, there's lots of uses for greenery and garlands. And even though this is a Christmas garland that's in a black color motif, you can also do something like this with elves. I'm sure we'll do something later in the season with fun little pieces like this. All right, I'll see you next time, Bloomerinos. Bye, guys. Oh my gosh, Bloomerinos, are you getting into the season of creating all the spooky things for your home? Maybe you're like me and you want to have a cute theme going that's not too scary. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make a really simple swag. And this one is great and easy. We've done stuff like this for other seasons, but this is the first time I've done one for Halloween because we have this really cool black glitter twig base. It's all artificial and it's ready to go. But it's one of those things you want to really see the cool twigs. You don't want to cover it up too much. What we've done is we've created a really funky, fun bow for the swag. And we have the video. If you don't know how to make bows, you need help with that, we'll walk you through step by step how to make this bow. We've got that available for you too. We'll link it below. And then we're going to use these cute candy corn picks. And I picked these out specifically because, of course, they have the beautiful colors like we used in the ribbons in the bow. But the neat thing is they have this fun texture, but they're wispy. And they have a black stem, so it's going to coordinate really great with the swag base. So let's take this now and let me start to create our design. Now, a lot of times we have to do so much, placement. You've got to learn so much to put something in something, but this time is an exception. You guys are going to love this one. So literally what I want you to do is just shake hands with your piece, and that means just spacing everything out with your pick. And that's important because you want it to look really fun and whimsical. And I'm going to lay that down here, and I'd like that to kind of come out kind of midway to 2/3 way of the base here. And so you don't have to do a whole lot, but I like to kind of intermingle it a little into the twig, like pull the twig out, put those behind. So there's a little dimension. Doesn't have to be a ton, but a little bit. So I just did that really easily. And don't cut anything yet because we're not sure exactly how we're going to put the bow. Now I've got to shake hands with the other side. And so get these white glitter picks up. You want those to be moving around. And this I want to come out of the top. So somewhere about here. That way that kind of camouflages the hanger and everything is really going to look super cute with the bow at the top. Now once I'm happy with that, I might shift it up just a little bit. It doesn't have to go too much, but I think that's fun. And then our bow will just go in the middle. So the first thing you want to do is cut these to where they have an overlapping section, but we don't need a whole bunch of extra wire. Now you want to hold on with any good wires like this because there may be another project to use these in. Hold on to them because they're really nice and great to use for other deals. We've got some black cable ties, which means we won't even have to hide them. They'll mix right in and disguise. So I'm going to come right here in the middle and I'm going to attach those to the base. That easy. My gosh, if you wanted to whip some of these out for a craft show, it's super cute. So basically a couple of picks and a bow. It's because you're starting with this really cool base that is so whimsical and fun. What do you think? What do you think? So far, so good. Now let's put on our bow that we already made. Like I said, oh my God, this is so fast and so cute. These would be great to put on your sconces at the front door. You can make some ribbon hangers to make them hang down lower if you need to get below a light fixture. This is too fun, y'all. Okay, I'm attaching this with a cable tie also. And then we'll get in there and cut that one off. This one had a green cable tie, but you're not going to see it anyway. It's all in the back. Look how cute. Look at there. We got our curls. Now, if you wanted to add a little more fun and ribbon, you could. You could put ribbon hangers at the top to hang them, like I said, down from sconces. I thought it would be so cute to make this just a little bit scarier by adding in a couple of hands trying to grab our candy. So we're going to grab a cable tie and pop those in too, where they will be tucked in, kind of grabbing at our candy. So the first one I'm going to use up here at the top and just slide it under where the other one was. And I'm going to give it a good bend so it can have some, you know, a little bit of movement. Oh, yes, look at that. So it's kind of coming right up the top of the bow right here. And then let's take the second one and we can make this kind of go in the other way, kind of coming into here. Now this one I'm going to tie on separately. So how about like right there? And now, not only is it cute candy, but the hands are making it a little bit more creepy to go with the vibe of creepy vine in the background. You know, the glittery vines. I'm going to tie that on really tight so it holds. And I'm trying to tuck that under the bow so you don't even see it. And we're going to be able to use just one cable tie. I think that'll work great. Now, all you got to do is fluff out this ribbon just a little bit. Push that behind. You're not even going to see that attachment, please. And oh my gosh, how cute is that? So we took it from cutesy to a little bit more creepy, but not that much creepier, right? Isn't that cute? I love it. So put the hands in there, pop them in. Just if you want a little more creepy vibe, I think that would be adorable as well. All right, so make sure you grab a spot on our text list, Blimmerinos. If you haven't yet, text us VIP to 832-734-5201 so you never miss another video. We're going to make the cutest swag eyes on pine vase that is only 24 inches long. But don't worry, we're going to come way off of it and we're going to design beautifully right on top of an economical piece just like this. We've got an entire supply list ready for you. Just let us know if you need it. It will also be in the description of this video. We are going to be using a couple of ball picks. We're going to use 3 of these purple, orange, and black. They are just excellent to use for Halloween. Of course, we got our cute little witch's head. We're going to be using this one. And her legs. Her legs are going to go in there too. They're scrawny, but they're perfect for this look. Oh, and 2 ribbons. We're going to use some ribbons that have all those colors because we'll be making a pretty bow to go in. I have taken and flattened out the swag base. So these are 24-inch swag base, which are kind of smaller than you're used to using if you're designing a lot. But they're perfect for things where you don't even care if this part shows. We just want this to be our support for the whole design. We're going to take these pieces and we have already shaped them up, or as I'd say in design school, we've shaken hands with them and we have spread them all completely out. And what we're going to do is we're going to start to lay them on the base, and we want them to come way off. We don't even want to see the pine. By the time we get a lot of our supplies in here, we want that to kind of disappear. So I'm going up high that way and just crisscrossing them, and we're going to make them into somewhat of a little bit of a triangle pattern. And when you do that here, you'll see that they all intersect right here in the center. And you know that's where you're going to want to get a cable tie and tie them on tight to the base. So I'm not even going to use glue yet. I'm just going to cable tie this in right to the middle. So get that nice and tight. Okay, and now this is all nice and stable. And guess what I can do? I can manipulate all these pieces however I want, right? And use them to shape out with all of that dimension and movement. That really matters in the final look of your piece. So I'm going to cut this off, and what you want to do go around is cut off any of these wires that are just kind of overextending and we don't need them. We need them at that crisscross point, but then any of these other pieces can just come right out. Okay? Now, this little piece here I'm also going to trim off because it's going to be hidden behind her head. And you know what? It'd be much more effective if we could use it up a little bit higher here. So anything that will be hidden by another main piece you're going to put in, just kind of take them, cut them out, and glue them right where they are. Just make them a little bit longer. So I just glued that into the pine, and I like to give it a little twist around. Just a little more support there. This one also here will be covered, so I'm going to pull it out. And we'll hold it off to the side and we'll bring it back to the foreground. So let's get the head in because that's going to be something that's taking up a lot of space. She's got this really cool hair. We're going to split the hair down the middle. All right, and I'm gonna put her in off to the side with her hair on either side. That way I can make sure that hair is gonna get shown really pretty above the bow and not just be hidden all up. So I just separated it out. I also have glued her hat just back just a little bit so we can see her eyes really good. Now she is gonna go off to the, kind of off to the left, because I want her to be a little bit off center right here. Pull her hair off to the sides. Now I wanna go ahead and mount her right here. So I'm gonna grab a cable tie also, and we're gonna tie her in right on the back of her head right here. Okay, so just cut a little slits into the, it's kind of feltish, so it's really easy to just trim into that material, and it doesn't, not heavy at all. And you can see how I've just gone through her head. Now I'm going to take and just flip this around, and we're going to cable tie this to these pieces that we have right behind here of pine, and we'll have a nice secure placement of her head. I'm going to get that nice and tight, and she's just going to go shoot off to the left, which is perfect. And then her hair will come down later, but right now I'm just going to keep it out of the way because it's one of the cutest things we've got going, but I don't want to get it all mixed into the pine yet. Okay, so her head's in, her cool picks are going on behind her, and now we're ready to get her legs in. I love these kind of projects because they do go quickly. They're fun to make. So her legs, they're going to go in here. We want them on the same angle as her head, so she doesn't look like her legs are totally. So I'm going to kind of just come right here where her other pieces were. Let me trim it down a little bit. So we're going to put this right in that same area, and I'll cable tie her little legs in also. Right in there, and let me grab another cable tie and we'll put them in. See how cute? Now, after that, we're going to be putting in the ball sprays, which make it so easy to kind of get all those balls put in this piece easily. Now look, take and bend her legs up funny, get them going cute, let her kick them up. Yeah, isn't that cute how her feet are going over here? Look at that. And this bow goes right into her body here, and her hair is going to come in around it. You see how cute she is already? So keep that in mind. That's where the bow is going. We've got to add those balls in, okay? Now we have this line going of her legs, kind of from her head this way. We've got this line going with all these balls here. So now we're going to add this in, kind of working against that. And we want these to work opposite right here. So once again, you're going to make another cluster. When you're doing these little cluster designs, they go very quickly. So I'm going to take and trim both of these down. And we're going to add a cable tie in between to secure them. This one, we're going to go opposite each other and go right here. Okay, and you see here, I'm going to bring that hair down like I talked about. Bring it down a little bit. Put the balls right there. Ah, so cute. Now, get this tight. And we want to attach this to that same center section where we're putting everything else. So we'll have our 2 ball sprays going right over the legs and all the other pieces. So it makes it super strong here in the middle. Very easy to do, but nice and strong. Okay, go opposite. Cute. And everybody's wire, remember, so you'll be the hero when this is done. Okay, that's in. Now, before we even fluff up, what I want you to do is put the bow in. So one more cable tie in that same zone right here, a little bit below her chin. Hey, that works great. Then I get some balls above and some balls below her chin. Go in under, put the bow in. Now you can angle that bow kind of like to match her hat and her legs. So that's going this way. So I would suggest doing that too. Just give it a bit of a twist and bring them down. Okay, now let's get that tight again. We got to get it in there tight so we can get it on. Isn't she cute? And you're going to be shocked how really stable she is and well constructed. As opposed to just gluing and poking pieces in, we've got a really nice strong swag that you're going to be proud to hang on your door or to sell in your Etsy shop. This type of pieces usually sell very quickly for me because they're just simple and easy, and they're just what the doctor ordered. And if you've been wanting to try one of your own pieces like this, I encourage you to give it a try. Now, our last little ball pick was left, remember, from everything else. Look how cute she is. She is so cute. Y'all, make sure you catch the finished pictures. This one we're going to take, I'm going to swirl it in the glue pot here. And we're gonna take and just tuck this in on this side of the bow, into the pine, and then that'll give us a little bit of that same pick coming out of the bow. Isn't she cute? She's wild, she's wonderful, and I know you can make her. Hi there, y'all, it's Kali with Kalees.com, and today we are going to be creating a great little swag, and I think you're gonna love it. So come on in, welcome. I'm gonna get my little camera out of the picture. Y'all, what we are working with today is so fun. It is actually a paint stick. So we did this cute little project. Rhonda Nickerson and I came up with the idea that we would take and use this as a base. So we just picked this particular paint stick up at Home Depot. And they have a whole different selection of different sizes, also with yardsticks, but this is actual paint stick for stirring the 5-gallon buckets of paint. And we just painted, base coated it, and you can base coat it whatever color you're gonna make your swag. Now, this one's green. You could also paint it black, but we are gonna be using this black garland to cover it all up. And we're gonna get this sweet little witch hanging on this swag. So the only thing I've done so far, I kind of started a couple little pieces of the process here for you, so we'll go a little faster, is I have hot glued and used Gorilla Glue 2 pieces of foam on here. We're going to use those to help secure this whole piece together. This is the liquid Gorilla Glue. You can also pick that up at Home Depot. I put both of those on there, and what I'm going to do is take some of our black garland you can get at Kalees.com. And if you need the supply list for anything we're doing, just let us know on the video here, wherever you're watching this. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow us so you can get more updates about what videos we're doing and when. So you can see this is a little bit longer than the paint stick. So I have it a little bit longer. And this was already on the garland, this loop. It's a wire loop for a hanger, so I'm going to use that up here at the top. Okay, so this is one side of the garland. Now I'm going to come and grab another piece. I've already cut these to length. And you'll notice I've kind of folded them to where they're all on one side, okay? So I've folded them where they all point each direction. Now I'm going to zigzag them together a little bit, and we're kind of creating our own little swag base, okay? And I really haven't attached this to the paint stick yet at all. All I'm doing is taking these 2 pieces and crisscrossing them so they're kind of sandwiching together, and we're getting a nice little shape here, okay? So just crisscrossing, crisscrossing. Now I know I want this to be my hanger, so I'm going to bring my little loop to the top up here, okay? Can you see that? That's the wire loop. So take these other pieces and just put them behind. Now you're going to need a staple gun, so grab a staple gun, and you want staples that are smaller where they're not going to shoot through the back of your paint stick. Grab some of the pine. We're just going to fire some staples in there. It's pretty forgiving. And if you go through the actual little pieces of pine, it won't, it's not as hard to get over as that main lead wire. So there's our hanger. And you can also add a hanger just to the back of the stick if you want to also. So I'm going to take and just fire a couple staples in here, a few of these. Okay. So I've got those stapled, and the next way I'm going to make sure I've got this double secured is I'll grab a couple floral pins. Here's our ribbon we're going to use just a little bit. I'm going to put that over there. And I'm going to take a couple floral pins, and I'm going to make sure to pin into my floral foam that I've cut and put in here. Now the floral foam, you can just get at your local craft store. You want the kind that's not used with water. And just go around that wire base and fire a couple of pins into the foam. This is not going to hold a bunch of weight, the actual pine. It's just on here to cover and create our own little base. Okay, so got that done. That's super easy. You can do that. Now I like to cover this with its own little section of pine also. So just cut a little smaller section and just lay it right on top so it kind of camouflages that foam. Go ahead and shake hands. You know, in design school, I would say shake hands. So we're going to shake hands with each piece of the pine, spread them out. You're going to give this a dip in my glue pot. I've got it over here to the side. Just give it a little dip, and I'll press those down into the wire. There's one, probably 2 or 3. And this is working great because it's going to camouflage the whole base. All right. And then we're going to start to create Miss Little Witchy. We're going to create her so stinking cute. All right, the first thing we want to do is we get her legs in place. So I'm going to make a little room here. And I know I want her legs at the bottom. So we're just going to start to lay out the design. Okay, so I'm going to take these and kind of kick them over the side with her little feet are like that. Now, I'm not really doing anything yet. I'm just setting everything in place. Okay? Next step is I want to put a little pumpkin underneath her. And I thought it was so super cute to kind of put a leg on top of the pumpkin and kick this out to the side. Okay, so my hanger, my top of my witchy's going to be up here with her hat, and this is the bottom with her leg and her pumpkin. So let's get that set in first. We don't need this little hanger on here. I'm going to cut that off. Easy peasy. Now I'm going to kick her legs out to the side. She's got big wires running through there, so you can literally do whatever you want. Now we're going to use our floral pins like normal, and I'll just be pinning right through this. This is kind of like a heavy-duty felt, and I'm going to press it through first. So it goes through the felt, and I think it goes right through her leg. I'm going to try. If that's too hard, just go through the felt. Nice. Okay, so I've got the pin through. It went through. It's not going into anything yet. Now I'm going to bring the glue to it. I just put a little on my bamboo stick, and I'm going to just tuck that right into my foam. Floral foam is your friend. It makes it go so fast and so easy. Just tuck it in. Hear that crunch? You know you're in. I like to use a couple of pieces on here just for security reasons. So I can get another piece up through the top here. And I'll just push that through, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to bring the glue to it. We'll just tuck that one in. Yay! Okay, it's going to go in nice and sturdy. I love that in there. Okay, so we have 2 pins holding these legs on good. Now, I know I need to get a pumpkin down here, so I'm going to find out where the foam is. We've kind of got it camouflaged, so just feel for it. I really want this leg kind of kicking over this pumpkin. Like she's like, yeehaw. Got this cute little pumpkin to be sitting on. Kind of side saddling it over here. So I'm going to get a piece. This is actually just a floral stem. And if you use an awl, it helps poke holes really great into the foam base of pumpkins. So the pumpkins we sell are actually foam. They're not plastic. Oh, don't dip that in the glue pot. You just want to make your hole first. Make a hole. Then here, this is a wire from a floral stem. You can also use a bamboo stick, but the nice thing about having a wire is we could change the angle if we need to. All right, let me cut that down a little bit. Holy smokes, the big axe murder knife just fell down. Somehow I lost my little knife between here and Dallas at Wreath Makers Live, so I've got a big old knife now. Okay, I like to kick this leg up like she's just having a party on top of that pumpkin. Now, once you get it the way you want it, all you got to do is just take and pin it. So find the wire in here. There's a sturdy wire here. Go right around the wire with your pins. So you're not just going through the fabric. I'm grabbing the wire. We're going to use the same technique. Because we're using foam, it'll just push right in, and you can secure the leg where you want it to be. So I'm just going to push that in. Put that right on top of the glue. And her little leg is in there. Ah, she's so cute. So her leg's in. She's kicking up, having a party. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and get her, the bow is going to go right in the center of her body. So it's going to cover up all these mechanics here. But let's get her hat in. So I'm going to get her hat right in here. And I kind of like her hat going catty corner to her body. So it's poking up really nice here at the top. But let's get some hair in, because I have these 2 curly picks that give her the cutest hair that matches her pants. So I call it Medusa hair because it's just coming out like a bunch of curly snakes. So we'll just set one on each side. Let's have this one kind of come out this way. How fun is that? We can curl it, or we could keep it, tighter or looser. Okay, I'm just setting it out first to get the shape, y'all. Get that shape going. Curling these in. I'm loving the curlies. Always loving the curlies. So if I put this one, I think I like them kind of coming down a little. So I'm going to trim these where they're short enough to not be too pokey, but get into my foam down there. Because the foam is not all the way at the top. So I'll just give that a nice little bend. Like she's got some curly locks. I'm going to go into my glue pot and just tuck this in. She's going to have the cutest hair here. I love the curly hair. Isn't that cute? All right, let's do it again on the other side now. Let me give her a twirl and a swirl in here. Put that one in. Oh, how cute. Look at that hair. Oh my gosh. How cute is that? And it's all wired, guys, so you can manipulate it however you want. All right, time for the hat. I'll just make that flat, and the hat is going to go in here. Remember, we have a bow coming in, but I love for her hat just to kind of fire out of there. Isn't that cute? Okay. She is coming along swimmingly. I love her. For the hat, we're going to need another either bamboo stick or a wired floral stem. I think I'm going with a bamboo stick here. And you just need a little section for the bow, so I'd leave a little bit open. I'm going to take this and just poke it into my hat. And I'm going to go just right here in the back. Okay, so I'm kind of at an angle, and I'm just pressing it in. Once again, all foam, really easy to attach. Just cut this long enough to where you can still get it into your foam. You can dry run it however you want. Oh, it's cute, y'all. Super cute. And I just need to hide this stick into the behind the bow here. There we go. Aha! Look at her little hat. Isn't it super cute? Look at her little legs and hat. Nice. And you could make this super fluffy or do whatever you want. Now, she's going to have, her hair needs to come down just a little bit, so I'm going to bring it down. Check out her head. Isn't she cute? I love her. Bring these curls down. This is her fun, whimsical hair. So she's totally taken shape. Let's go ahead and make her bow. And we'll put her broom and her bow in last. But let's make the bow together. Grab your easy bow maker. And I'm just using two bows. Ribbons. I'm using a polka dot. Because, of course, we've got that cute polka dot on her feet. And then I'm also going to use a little orange to pop out the Halloween colors. So this is our easy bow maker. And I'm going to make the tail long enough to come out behind her legs. So I'm going to make it about 20 inches. Bring it to the center, and I'm going to twist it. There we go. Out at 6.5 will do us on this one. 6.5 and twist. 6.5 inches out here on the measurement and twist. We're going to do 2 loops of the polka dot at 6.5. And twist and just fluff these guys right out. Isn't that wonderful? Scrunch it. I love polka dot. You can never go wrong with polka dot. Okay, and there's our nice long tails. And that's going to be important to our design. We want the ribbon popping out behind our little witch. All right, now we're going to bring in the orange ribbon. And I'll cut this at the same angle to match on this side of my bow. Come to the center and twist. And let's go at 6 inches, just a ½ inch shorter. 6 inches. Oops, my ribbon is getting a little tangly on me. I'm going to twist each of those, and we're going to do 3 loops this time. Okay, so our recipe so far, if you enjoy our Bow Wednesday videos and you watch us on Wednesdays, we do bow making. Our recipe is a 2, 3, and then I think we're going to come back with a 1. 2, 3, 1. So we have a nice pop of the orange here. Let's take and cut that one. And now let's bring back in the black. back to the front, and that will kind of tie it all together. I'll cut all the angle cuts on the same on each side of the bow. Let's do one here. And I'm down to 5 inches. Okay. Really cute. Just one at 5 inches. Scrunch it when you're done, so you don't have to do another twist if you're done with loops. There is that bow, and we're going to use cable ties to tie it nice and tight. Let me grab a couple. I like those because they just keep it tighter than you could with a wire. I'll run one of the cable ties right beside this. Gently pull it up, add some tension. Okay. And I'm going to take and rotate that to the back and just fluff this all up and spread it all out. Look how beautiful. And you're going to get the shape you want. Remember, you need that body big enough to fill in the area on the garland of where her face would be kind of under the hat. This is all the foo-foo. Okay, I'm going to flip this around, add a cable tie underneath. That's how we're going to attach it to our paint stick base and all our garland. And I'm going to pull this nice and tight. Just take and trim that off. The last step I need to do is come in and add a little bit of ribbon down the center, or I could just leave that black. You really wouldn't notice it. But I generally like to add a little detail down the middle of my bow for a touch of fun. I'm going to take and just fold those in on itself and run that right down the center. Look how cute! Just tie a little knot in the back. And this guy's going to be ready to go. Now let's add her to her swag. I just got to cut the little tails. You can't have those all crazy. So here she is. So this bow recipe is a 2-3-1, meaning 2 loops, 3 loops, 1 loop. And we're going to use this back on our swag. So let me bring her back over. This is really what starts to tie her all together. Look how cute she is. Isn't she precious? Her bow goes right in the middle. Oh my goodness. Let me tie her in there, and then we will get her little tails all situated. And this bow, we want it tucked in between the hat and the body. This is so cute because it's almost like her little dress that's flowing down is the bow. Okay. Take the long tails that were in the back of the bow and we run those right down the back of the swag. Look how cute it is. She's so cute. And this down the back also. Okay, so those are kind of popping out the bottom. Look at her. Isn't she precious? I'm going to move my Cleese.com over just a little bit. Ooh, that was some hot glue. All right, so the very last step is I like to pop her little broom in there as if she's kind of riding it. It has a little bow on it. So the easiest way to do that is just kind of take it, run it popping out of her legs, also right next to the pumpkin. And we're going to pin that right onto her pumpkin also. Make sure you're using glue on the pins as you pin it into the foam, and just get up here and grab the wire. There's a wire on this bow, and just press it right in. And then the bow can cover up all the mechanics, and this kind of flies out like, this is so stinking cute, y'all. Really pretty easy, guys. You need your legs, you need a broom. Look at her little boots. Is she not so cute? She's flying high, y'all. She's flying high. I can't wait for you to make your own little witch's swag. Don't forget that you can do this right on a paint stick. Can you believe that? A simple paint stick or a yardstick cut to a smaller proportion will work. And this girl's ready to fly. Make sure you follow us here. We would love to send you text messages and let you know when we are live or we have new videos for you to watch. With all the decorating seasons coming up, I don't want you to miss out on any of the fun. So text us at textclee.com. And I will see you next time, Blue Merinos. Make sure to have fun with flowers. Bye, guys. It's too fun to create some pink designs with the pop of black. And y'all, we're going to pull in the drama of Harlequin to this design. It's going to be super duper cute. So let's get started. We need a primary focus for this wreath. And you know we'll have our whole supply list for you over at Calees.com. You can also text us supply. It'll send you the entire list of the latest supply list we have online, and it'll give you exactly what we're using. So we're starting off with a black swag, and I've kind of made it flat to get it going. So this is designed to be solid and strong to create a swags on. And it's a one-stop rock and roll piece. So it's fluffed out and ready to go, and it'll work great with that black behind the bright pink. So we're gonna put in a cute little pink plush hat. And the way I like to do that is kind of have it go a little bit catty corner so that its little body can sit out here. And what I'll do is I'll run a cable tie right through here, and we'll just attach her. So I'm gonna make a couple little holes, and then we'll run it right through. Put my cable ties up because cleaning. Yeah, that was brief. So you run it through and it just goes like that, and then we're able to put it right on our base. And I wanted to do it just kind of a little sideways right here, so it'll be super cute. I'm gonna go a little higher than I think I need in case she sags down any. And then I'm gonna just cable tie around. I want to get around that support base on there because you want it to be nice and strong and not flopping. There, that's good. And you can choose which angle you want. I'm gonna hook her to the right. All right. So once she's on, I pull it really tight, and then I'm gonna trim that end off. Okay, beautiful. Now I'm ready to put my picks in, and one of my main cute picks is the witch's broom. Super cute witch's broom. And I'm gonna have that kind of coming off her body. I think at the same angle that she's at this way, and just tuck it in. Now you can either take off that bow or use for something else or just leave it on. But I'm gonna have these stay in the same angle because I've got a plan to use these bows on here in these areas. So once I know where I want that broom to be, I kind of grab another cable tie and we will get it ready to attach. So I'm gonna bring this down a little bit, and you can use the wires that come on the base too. I just like to, if I can secure it to the main base, I'm gonna do that also. Especially on stuff here in the background of the design, because I don't have to worry about it popping forward for dimension yet. This is all in the background. So just make sure it's on there tight and safe, and then I'm gonna cut that piece off. And I'll leave her little bow up here because you won't be able to see it really when you're rocking and rolling. Now it's pick time. And I'm gonna use a couple of different picks. They're actually kind of sprays. They're large, but I want them to be large to shoot off the design. So I have got 2 of these and 3 of these curly picks. So I've got 5 total. So I'm gonna start off with the curlies. And we know we're gonna have a bow here. So I want my first curly to kind of come up and off to the right, right up the middle. And I can manipulate these. That's something I'm always teaching in design school, is we're gonna manipulate the pieces we're putting in to work for us. So trim this down to about a 6 or 8 inch stem. You still want a little length on it because I want to be able to come off the design pretty high. Oh, sorry guys. Let me put you guys up a little bit wider on the camera so you can see up at the top. So I'm going to put a little glue on my stem. I've gone into my electric skillet with hot glue. And then I want this one to kind of shoot right up the middle. So I'm going to go down right behind the hat. And what you want to do now is grab some of the pine around too. So we have glue and we twist it in. So we got double protection, double the fun. And then I'll twist a couple of these in too. So that's something I'm always showing my design school students, how to make things very strong and stable. And you can see it's going up a little bit out of the camera. Let me see if I can move you out just a little. It's tricky because I don't want you to miss the bottom. So the first piece is in, and we can bring it down a little too. Oh, perfect. Super cute. So we're going to work off that to place our other pieces. So our next one is going to go over here to the right, off to this side right here, okay? And that'll be a great piece to kind of have under the hat. So I'm swirling that in the glue. And this one's going to go right here, kind of where we have the witch's broom. Matter of fact, I think I'll go under that witch's broom and kind of let this work out here. And then I'm making sure the pine's holding it for safety, and I'm using that glue to hold in there too. Isn't that cute? So cute so far. Easy, easy peasy. Use these curls, they are too fun. And then our third curl, I'm gonna use it coming below down here, kind of coming out right on top of where we have the broom down here, okay? So let me trim that one too, stem down. And we've got this cute little stem rocking and rolling. So these swags are meant to be easy, and the bow is really the focal points when we get ready to put the bows in. Now I did the bows on other videos for you to catch here, and they'll all be linked in the supply list, so you won't have to worry about missing a thing. But our curls are in, so I've got 1, 2, 3 curls in. Now let's put the bows in. So the bows, we did a couple of different ones. I did a funky bow, so that's one that doesn't have long tails. The tails go up and down. And I know I want her way up here, kind of tucked off to the side. So we're gonna put her in on some of those pine pieces up here and just secure it right in. She's gonna look super cute up here. And I kind of like her sideways. And let me make sure she's not gonna slide off. And trim that stem of the cable tie. And I'm gonna fluff these up. Now I like for the bow to break the plane of the hat and kind of come over and kind of be over the top of the hat too. I always think that looks cute and fun. So you're gonna see me do that a lot when I put bows or pieces in. Okay, oh my gosh, how cute is that? Now our second bow is gonna work opposite. Remember we put this way, so these things can work the opposite way. So this one's gonna come in right here. It's gonna go between these two curls right here. And it's gonna be at the bottom. And that will look super cute because the broom is right next to it and the other curly pick. All right, so we've got our basic bows in. They're not basic, but they're pretty good. Well, we can't call them basic bows. They're higher level bows. But you could do them. You could do them, guys. Just follow the bow video. You can learn how to make that bow and put it in there too. Now, let's let these come down. Now, you can see the lines. Like we have the broom going this way with the body of the hat. And then we have our super cute bow tucked in here with our curls. But we're not done yet. We're gonna take some of these pieces right here that are our curly picks, and we're gonna add these in along with a little bit of black pine over here to kind of fill her in a little more dimension. Let me show you, let me show you, let me show you. So this is our pine garland that we use, that the base was made out of. We're gonna take and add a little bit of picks in here to fill it out, and then add the curly picks. So what I want you to do with this is we're not gonna use the whole garland, we're just gonna use a few pieces, and I want you to take and make some cute little picks to kind of beef up your base a little. So you can take a garland, and if you use this trick at Christmas, you can do the same thing. You can beef it up with little sections right here. And then that adds just this cute little touch in there. So I'm gonna take and put in one of these right where this curly pick is, right behind it. Oh my gosh, see how cute that is now? And I can kind of add some body to that area. Okay, I love it. And you can definitely let your curls curl all around it. Now let's grab one more piece. And I like to keep these on hand for every season, different colors to fill in. Just because you can add so much body without adding a lot of price. Because these are less than $20 and you can get a lot of cuts out of them. All right, so just make sure you stay with the proper direction. I'm gonna take a couple and have them come from under the bow. So that means I need this one to kind of come down just a little as she's flowing out of the bow for a second, just to kind of fill in. There we go, a little more body. Let's put another piece up there with that top curly pick. I want her to be popping, y'all. And she is already popping. Can you imagine her on a white front door? She's going to pop. I'm going to make this one a little longer so we can go up there with that curly pick at the top. Okay? And you can add as much or as little as you want. I just like filling in a little bit with these. So use the same technique. We got some glue going in, and then we're taking and weaving it around. And we're adding some great body to the whole piece so that those curls have a little more pizzazz. Yes, I like that too. All right, let's take a look at it. I think maybe a little bit under this one too, on this side. I put a little bit under there and I think we got it. So we didn't even use half the garland, just about a third of it, I would say. Let me do my last piece. Now, if you want more coming out the bottom, you could do that too, but we kind of want the tapered look. So just keep that in mind. All right, let's put this one under here. So I'm just gonna give it a swirl in the glue pot. And then you're gonna not only glue it in, but you're gonna come back and you're gonna make sure it is secured with the pieces of pine from the base too. Make sure it's on there nice and tight. There we go. And then pull your curls to the front. We don't want to hide them. Pop that bow back over. Get our hat looking super cute. Oh, she's so cute. She's got her hat, she's got her broom. Yeah, that pine adds a great bit of pop, of dimension. Now can you see how cute? Oh my gosh, super cute. All right, now it's time for our curls. And these curls come in threes. So we're gonna break them up so we can get a couple of different pieces out of them and use them all around. So just take and cut everybody. You do want a little bit of a longer stem as you can get on here, so we can get this into 6 pieces. Because I want to use this all around my whole swag, okay? So cut this one a little bit longer. We're gonna do that with both stems. Really the middle one is gonna have a shorter stem than everybody. So, but let's start at the top with our longer stems and really kind of complement what else we've got going around. So I'm gonna start with having a couple come out from underneath my bow up here. So I can let those rock and roll out of here. And we already put a little extra pine there, so that works great. I can use that to hold on. Just go around and then let that curl come out. There's number 1 curl, super cute right there. Let's put number 2. I'd like for it to kind of come over, break the plane of the hat. I'm a big fan of that, like I told you. We want our other elements to overlap slightly. Give it that little mixed in look. Instead of it just like set in there, it's mixed in. Oh my God, cute. So we've got 2 curls there. Now let's come pop a couple. We've got this fun one here. Let's put one like coming out of the middle of the bow down here, kind of coming up. I love this polka dot in there too. So I'm gonna get a good amount of glue on it. Yes. Glue, glue, glue it up. Keep that glue merino spirit up. Okay, right out the center. Perfect. Fluff your bow. I like her coming out of there. That looks cute. Now, let's come work down here. We still have 3 pieces left. I really want to use some coming out of here. Let me move the camera a little bit so you guys can see that a little bit better. Are you going to see it? Let me zoom in. Right down there to the bottom. Right in here. I'm going to take my first piece and let it be nice and long and kind of come out of my curlies. Come on out. Yeah, coming out. I love how this matches perfectly because it just doesn't, it just coordinates so good. I can see a little of my glue, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure the pine covers it right now. You take care of that when you see it, because you will forget about it, and you don't want it to get shipped to somebody if you're selling them and you missed covering up some mechanics. We're going to try to be super professional in our designs and finish them out nicely so we can charge, you know, premium prices and provide premium quality work. Oh my gosh, those look so cute in there. I love that. I love that. Now I'm going to take and trim down this tail just at the top just a little bit. It's a little bit longer than I want it, but I like it overlapping just a little. Perfect. So you can go right there. All right. Now this last piece, I think we'll put it out of the very, very top. So let me bring her down a little and I'll show you what we're going to do. We're going to bring her out at the top. I'm caught on the nail. She's got a hanger here at the top. That's a nice thing about these swags. They come with a hanger built in. Y'all, I love that we beefed it up with just a little bit of garland because really that gave us an inexpensive pick to put in there to make it a little thicker and fuller. And y'all, we did it! Oh my gosh, it's so cute! Look at her! Oh my goodness, she's the cutest swag. If you love making projects like this, you've got to come join us in design school. Head over to wreathteacher.com. I'd love to have you on our class. It's KhalidDesignSchool.com or wreathteacher.com. You can come join us. And every week I'm teaching designs like this, even higher level. but I teach you step by step, so it takes you through the process easy. And any level you're at, you can take away something from our class, whether it's construction, business tips, or maybe you're just beginning and you need to know the basics. We've got it all for you. In the meantime, have fun with flowers, and I can't wait to see your pink for Halloween. Bye, Blue Merinos.